Alright, look, I was just sitting under the tree and I was looking at these bumblebee shells. Like, it's their bodies, but it's like they shed their they shed their old skin. Or, I don't know if they just died in their bodies and whatever. But that's just the representation of what us as, can you see it? Us as human beings go through in the process of the death process, you know. I don't like to use the term death because it has so much negative energy, you know, contained within it, you know, that to use the word would mean that people would get a certain vibe about it. So I use the term ascension. It flows more freely, you know what I mean? But in my life right now, I am faced, the universe is trying to communicate with me and tell me to understand what it is about death, about ascension. What does it really mean? I'm forced to understand it because I'm seeing a lot of death around me and everything. So that means one thing. The universe is trying to tell you something, that you have to really, really understand what it is to ascend or what it is to shed the body. So first things first, you gotta just know that the soul is eternal, the spirit is eternal. There is no such thing as death. I mean, us as human beings over the centuries and over the millenniums, we come into Earth and we shed so many bodies that, you know, it's pointless to even, like, you know, focus on this issue. But since I think it's the ignorance of death that we're stuck in, because the brother said, for some reason, it used to be that you cry when you come into life, and then you laugh and you mirth and you joy when you leave life, you know what I mean? That's how it used to be, just like the brother had said. But now, since we are living in a confined box of controlled spirituality and religion, they have taught us that, okay, it's good to cry when someone dies, and it's bad to well, how can you laugh when you're coming in when you're born and you're out of your mother's womb? How can you really laugh, you know? The closest thing to laughing when you come out of your mom's womb in the hospital is just being quiet, you know what I mean? So just be quiet when you come out, you know what I mean? A southern baby, oh man, I ain't never heard that one. But yeah, man, you know, we just have to understand what it really is, you know, because death is the new form of life. And like I said, when someone passes away, it'd be better, I mean, not better, but an ancient truth tells you, you dwell on the good times, you dwell on the joys. When you read the scriptures with King David and Johnathan, you know what I mean, Saul's son, he said that they shared a great love. When Johnathan had died, he was like, well, it was a great love to even, you know what I mean, me being a part of your life and you being a part of my life, because that was a whole story based around King David, Johnathan and Saul and everything. And when Johnathan passed, King David had a, you know, he was going through it, but it wasn't, what got him through it was the good times that he had with that person. So that's what gets you through the process of death. When you don't understand it, it's thinking about the good times. That does something to your DNA. It activates you and that person to where you can stay connected with that person. You never, ever are disconnected from that person when you think of great times with a certain human being or a certain person that you may have known. And when King David talked about the great love and the awesome times they had with him, and they hugged and everything, it was real. And that's the connection we have right there. When you're in the physical flesh and somebody's in the spiritual, and that connection about the you know, that joy, that you know, ecstatic connection that you have with that person is what gets you through the ignorance and the misunderstanding of a lost one. So, and then you realize that you start feeling better because you feel like you're even closer with that person than you were when you was in the physical, or when that person was in the physical flesh. So you are actually closer to that person, and it's a great day. It's always a great day, man. There's nothing to feel bad about ever, you know what I mean? Because life is life regardless. And once you realize that shedding the flesh is just like taking off your jacket, jump in the pool on a hot day with a winter jacket on. Just a winter jacket on, your swimsuit, and then swim with the winter jacket on, and then Really pay attention to how you feel when you're in the pool with this winter jacket on. And you get out of the pool, take the jacket off, and then jump back in the pool. And then how do you feel now? You know what I mean? How do you feel? Like, you feel more free. You have more access to, the harmonic tones in your body and how water responds to the body, Water is the greatest thing, you know what I mean? Water represents eternal life. It represents, the spirit and everything, So we are actually connected to people in the spiritual realm more than we ever were in the spiritual or the physical realm. So I'm forced to understand death to more extent, you know what I mean? Just understand it, and everything will just go away. You know what I mean? Because death is really life. Ascension is really the next phase of life. You know what I mean? The championship game. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I mean? And you about to score in the fourth quarter, and if you make the basket, then we got it. We the champions now, man, and we feel great now. That's what death is, man. So. Yeah, that's what it's all about, yo. We just gotta understand it. But I'm out, yo.